Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're plunging into, well, a really fascinating topic. It challenges how we perceive reality, actually. We're going beyond the visible to explore what our source material, the energetic tapestry, chi, resonance, and alchemy calls a vibrant tapestry woven from unseen forces. It suggests there's this foundational energy, chi, influencing everything, physical world, our thoughts, the works. So our mission for this deep dive is to unpack this energetic system. We'll look at key concepts like the sublimic resonance field, root forms, encoded intent waves, echo forms, you get the idea. And then we'll look into how, well, ancient practices and something called monoatomic effort fire, or MEF, might help us interact with it all. You're basically getting a shortcut to understanding a system that potentially redefines existence. So let's start right at the beginning. The universe isn't just inert matter, according to the source, it's a pulsating field. And at its heart, chi. What exactly is this chi?
Well, what's really fascinating here is this core idea that chi precedes matter. It's not just, the juice animating things that already exist. It's the fundamental, non-physical, but totally pervasive energy that everything comes from. Think of it like pure, raw potential, undifferentiated. And the insight there is that creation isn't just assembly, it's manifestation from potential. Suggests a real unity underneath everything.
Okay, so it's potential, but is it just one uniform thing, or does
Yep.
it have different levels, like density?
Oh, absolutely. It exists along a continuum of density. That's key.
Yeah.
At its most, let's say, tangible level, chi condenses.
Right.
Becomes physical forms, our bodies, water flowing, breath, the chair you're sitting on, matter. But then there are the more subtle manifestations. Fleeting thoughts, focused intention, maybe deep spiritual states. Less dense, harder to pin down, but just as real within this framework. And this whole shebang operates within what this source calls the sublimic resonance field, the SRF. Think of it like the energetic matrix, the universal field, that vast ocean of potential everything emerges from and eventually returns to.
The SRF, that ocean of potential. I like that. So from this ocean, how do specific things start to, well, crystallize? You mentioned root forms. What are those?
Root forms are basically where chi actively condenses into something discernible, often stable forms. Their main function, as the source puts it, is serving as points of crystallization where chi becomes biological and material. And they're not passive, they're described as active draws, like little whirlpools pulling in that preform energy.
Ah, okay.
Examples are everywhere, really. Living beings, ecosystems, geological features, mountains, rivers. And interestingly, even certain man-made structures, think ancient temples, megaliths, if built with really focused intent and alignment, they can apparently act as powerful root forms too, anchoring energy.
Wow, the idea that a structure could draw energy, that's different. Now, if chi crystallizes into forms, what about our intentions? How do they fit in? I'm thinking of these encoded intent waves, EIWs. The source says intent is made audible. What's that about?
Right, EIWs are basically chi manifested specifically as a waveform. It carries a deliberate, focused, energetic expression, like chi encoded with information.
Encoded.
The mechanism is described as a specific, intentional kind of chi condensation, carrying a distinct signature. The clearest example they give is sung prayers, where human intent literally vibrates into an audible but also energetic wave. But it could also be things like mantra or any resonant vocalization designed to give chi a specific charge, sending out a signal.
Okay, so we have chi condensing into root forms, being shaped by intentional waves, but energy doesn't just stay put forever, right? What happens when it dissipates or moves on?
Exactly. That's where echo forms come into the picture. These are described as chi release points. They signify the dissolution or maybe transformation of formed chi back into that sublimic state within the SRF.
Yeah.
The source says they echo-translated chi back toward the sublimic.
Like an echo fading out.
Kind of, yeah. Think of the natural decay of leaves returning energy to the earth. That's an echo form. Or, more subtly, maybe ghosts, seen in this context, as residual energetic imprints slowly dissipating, even though sung prayers, the EIWs. After the main wave, there are lingering vibrations, that's an echo form between the essence, and also residual egregores, those collective thought forms. They also dissipate eventually. It's important to distinguish them from EIWs, though. EIWs are active creation. Echo forms are the return, passive or active, completing the cycle.
Yeah, it's a lot, but it hangs together. Now, Source also introduces some specific terms for navigating this energetic landscape. A new ecology, they call it, seems designed to help us get a handle on these subtler interactions. Can you walk us through a few, starting with arraic echo?
Sure. An arraic echo. It's defined as a reflected informational field carried within human energy systems. Basically, It's the energetic signature, you could say, that individuals and groups continuously emit. It reflects your energetic state, your history, subconscious stuff. It's dynamic, always shifting, the imprint you leave just by existing.
An energetic signature, like the vibe someone gives off, maybe? Okay. What about etheric bleed? That sounds a bit dramatic.
It does, a bit. It refers to passive or triggered seepage into environments. It's how key information, energetic states can subtly, or sometimes not so subtly, bleed into and influence the surroundings.
Ah, so like the feeling in a room after a big argument.
Exactly, that lingering tension. Or the opposite, the deep calm you might feel in a sacred grove or a place with good history. That's etheric bleed. It suggests environments can kind of hold energy.
Okay, that makes sense. Environments holding energy. And echo retrieval.
Echo retrieval is described as a conscious process. The definition is reabsorption of aura echo of human timelines via image, sound, or linguistic repetition. So it's about deliberately drawing back fragmented energetic information from your own past, maybe, or even collective histories.
To integrate them.
For greater wholeness, yeah, like pulling back scattered pieces of your energetic story, not just memories, but the actual energetic imprint.
Right. Now, this next one seems really key to actually doing things within the system. Monatomic etheric fire, MEF. What is that, and why is it apparently so pivotal?
MEF. Okay, this is described as something internal, latent radiant vibrational plasma. Think of it as a kind of super refined, really potent form of ki or energy within you, like an internal catalyst or a hidden spark.
Latent, so it's there but needs activating.
Exactly, and its fundamental nature, the source says, is that it responds to intention and clarity, does not require external charge, only alignment with essence. That alignment with essence seems crucial. It suggests a deep resonance with your authentic core self. That's what ignites it. So it makes the MEF a really key tool for any conscious energetic work because it's activated from the inside out.
Okay, so it feels like all these concepts, ki, the SRF, root forms, EIWs, echo forms, they're not separate boxes. They're all connected, right? Part of a flow.
Absolutely.
No.
Deeply interconnected. They form a continuous regenerative cycle of chi. You've got chi from the SRF condensing into root forms.
Right.
Those root forms can then generate EIWs, intentional waves. And then, through dissolution or transformation, their essence returns via echo forms back to the SRF, like a cosmic breath, really. Inhaling potential, exhaling form, inhaling essence back again. And crucially, this flow isn't just mechanical. It's said to be profoundly influenced by consciousness and intent. Our awareness, our focused will, can apparently accelerate, direct, even block parts of this cycle. Gives us real agency.
Agency. Yeah, that's a powerful idea here. You mentioned arraic echoes just now. How do they play into this bigger cycle, especially when we think collectively?
Well, the arraic echo seems pretty significant in collective influence. So individuals and groups are constantly emitting and reflecting these informational fields, right? They're arraic echoes. And this subtly but powerfully shapes our shared reality. Now, when a group of people align in thought, emotion, intent, their collective arraic echo can actually generate a specific energetic resource.
A resource, like collective insight.
Exactly. Collective insight, shared potential, something like that. And the source uses this really interesting metaphor. It says this aggregated resource can be smithed into a coherent, usable form using the Isle of Saturn's Eternum Foundry.
Wow, okay. A foundry on Saturn's Isle.
Yeah, it's metaphorical, obviously. But it suggests a kind of profound energetic processing mechanism, like a cosmic forge where shared consciousness creates something tangible, energetically speaking.
That's a really vivid image. So if this energetic stuff has been going on forever, did older cultures tap into this? Did they have practices that line up with these ideas?
It seems so, yes.
Yeah.
Ancient practices offer some really profound insights here. Take geomancy, for instance. Its connection to root forms seems pretty direct. Geomancers identifying and working with ley lines, power spots, specific geological formations.
Recognizing them as points of concentrated chi.
Precisely. As natural root forms, energetic anchors in the landscape. And geomancy also seems connected to arraic echoes. Practitioners interpreting the arraic echo of a place, discerning its energetic health, identifying that etheric bleed we talked about, trying to restore balance. They were essentially reading the land's energy.
Reading the land. Okay, so geomancy connects to root forms and the land's echo. What about practices focused more on, say, human consciousness or collective fields, like cider, the Old Norse practice?
Cider, yeah, that provides another powerful example according to this framework. Its main link seems to be with arraic echoes. Practitioners navigating the arraic echoes of human timelines, often through trance states.
Accessing information from the past or future?
Accessing past, present, and potential future imprints held within that collective energetic field, gaining insights that way. But Cider also seemed to demonstrate a conscious influence on energetic fields. Practitioners could apparently actively interact with and even repattern collective fields, using focused intent, resonant vocalization.
Which sounds like a form of EIW, the intentional waves.
Exactly. So it wasn't just about observing, it was active participation, shaping energetic reality using their own consciousness.
Okay, so let's bring this back to the individual. If we step into one of these energetic landscapes, maybe one where there's this collective auraic echo generating a resource, smithed into usable form. How do we tap into that? How do we access that warehouse of insights you mentioned earlier?
Right. And this is where MEF, that monatomic etheric fire, really comes in as the key, the catalyst. Remember, its core function, activate latent catalytic energy within you. And its unique operating principle, it responds to intention and clarity, alignment with essence. No external charge needed.
Just internal alignment.
Yes. That alignment allows the MEF to ignite, so to speak. And when it's activated, the potential for insight becomes huge. The source says, accessing the resource, using my own angle of monoatomic etheric fire, I am effectively creating an avenue toward a warehouse of new insights.
My own angle. So it's personal.
Seems so. It suggests a unique personal resonance, your specific way of activating and directing it, especially from the first knowing transaction. That phrase suggests a kind of foundational energetic exchange, the conscious connection, an initiation into interacting with these deeper resources.
A warehouse of insights,
Yeah.
accessed by igniting an internal fire through alignment. That's quite something. And MEF also has these alchemical applications, mental alchemy and magnetic alchemy. What do those mean in practice?
Okay, mental alchemy. That's about using MEF to transform your own consciousness, your thought patterns, your internal energetic state. The mechanism described as MEF kind of stripping away psychic residue and emotional static on a mental level.
Clearing out the clutter.
Essentially, yeah. Leading to more clarity, maybe expanded awareness, transmuting limiting beliefs. So practical examples might be internal purification, accelerating learning, maybe more conscious manifestation of thoughts.
And magnetic alchemy, that sounds more external.
It is. Magnetic alchemy applies MEF to influence external energetic fields, attracting desired outcomes perhaps, or repelling unwanted energies. The idea is that MEF enhances your personal energetic magnetism, makes your field more coherent, more attractive to energies that align with your intention.
So tuning your personal broadcast signal almost.
That's a good way to put it. Examples could include energetic protection, consciously co-creating circumstances, maybe even influencing the key flow in your immediate environment.
This feels like a big step beyond just, say, standard meditation. How does MEF compare? Does the source make that distinction?
It does, actually. It makes an important point there. While simple meditation from a distance is seen as valuable, it might not be enough for really dense or complex energetic tasks. It might lack that catalytic force needed for deep transformation. Sometimes it's more observation than active transmutation.
Right.
So MEF becomes particularly relevant for what the source calls pressurized events.
Situations with heavy energy, high etheric bleed.
Exactly. Places or situations with dense energetic imprints or a lot of that bleed. In those cases, MEF is said to strip away psychic residue and emotional static much more powerfully and directly. It enables a practitioner to actively engage and transform those challenging conditions, not just sit back and witness them.
Okay. And one last connection. How does MEF tie into echo retrieval? That idea of pulling back energetic fragments from timelines.
MEF is described as instrumental for effective echo retrieval. Remember, echo retrieval is the reabsorption of aura echo of human timelines. MEF seems to enhance this by, first, clearing interference, both internal and external static. Second, by amplifying your own energetic signal, making the call stronger, so to speak. And third, by helping you align with the essence of the timeline you're retrieving from for more accurate reabsorption.
So it helps you pull back the right information cleanly.
Exactly. It acts like a guide and a purifier, helping you integrate what you retrieve coherently without picking up, energetic junk along the way.
It really sounds like this whole framework. It truly redefines energetic interaction. It moves us way beyond seeing the universe as passive, or ourselves as just subject to it. We become active participants.
Absolutely. And that's why this new ecology vocabulary becomes necessary, doesn't it?
Yeah.
For a more integrated understanding and conscious engagement. Arraic echo highlights our energetic imprints and collective influence.
Hmm.
Etheric bleed points to environmental saturation and the need for maybe conscious energetic hygiene.
Right, cleaning up our energetic spaces.
Echo forms show the natural cycle of release and return. Echo retrieval offers integration, and then MEF, mental alchemy, magnetic alchemy,
Yeah.
they become the practical tools, the levers for conscious energetic work, for shaping your reality by purifying, aligning, and directing ki.
So if we really embrace this new ecology, these concepts, these tools, what are the bigger implications, the broader applications in a practical sense?
Oh, the potential applications are vast, theoretically. You could imagine advanced healing modalities emerging, addressing underlying energetic causes way beyond just physical symptoms. Understanding historical energetic imprints, that could completely change how we look at history, revealing subtle forces behind events.
Wow.
Conscious community building, designing environments for energetic harmony, deliberately cultivating a positive collective arraic echo, and definitely a new paradigm for environmental stewardship, seeing the earth itself as a living root form.
And understanding our impact.
Understanding how our collective arraic echo and our etheric bleed directly impact its energetic health. It fundamentally shifts the human-nature relationship.
What a journey. Seriously, a deep dive. We went from foundational chi and the SRF through root forms, EIWs, echo forms, saw how it all connects in cycles, then explored how ancient wisdom from geomancy and cider taps into this, leading all the way to this potent internal catalyst, MEF, and its alchemical possibilities.
And the key takeaway, I think, is that this isn't just abstract theory. The implication is that, by understanding and consciously engaging with these energetic principles, well, you could potentially unlock profound insights, purify your own energetic field, and actively participate in shaping your reality. It points towards greater agency, definitely, and a much deeper awareness of the subtle energetic currents in everything.
This new ecology really does ask you to consider your role differently, doesn't it? As a conscious co-creator, what if you could actively influence the energetic tapestry of your own life, and maybe even the world around you? Not just by your actions, but by your very state of being, your intention, your alignment. Definitely something to mull over as you continue your own journey of discovery.